All right, welcome to episode number 2 of T-Kurals. This is the series where we explore Thirukkural for the first time and learn it together. My co-host Adi is with me. Adi, say hello.
So we're going to do the second Thirukkural today, again in Aram book. So Uri, what is the second Thirukkural?
So it goes like this. Katradhanaal, Aaya, Payanenkol, Vaalarivan, Natraal, Thozhaaar, Enin.
Yeah. So first, let's go to the literal translation by Geo Pope. The literal translation is: "No fruit have men of all their studied lore, save the beauty of the purely wise one's feet adore." So, okay, the translation is actually more confusing than the actual Thirukkural. So, we go to explanation quite quickly. What profit have those derived from learning, who worship not the good feet of him who is possessed of pure knowledge? So, I think in simple English, it's just if you get wisdom from God, but you don't worship that God itself, you're not paying respect to the God that you got the knowledge from.
I think it even says, is that knowledge even useful? It even goes to that degree.
Yeah. What profit is that?
Yeah. So, my personal, I think when I first heard this Kural, I immediately disagreed. I'm like, that's useless. I am an atheist. I have so much knowledge, and they're all pretty useful despite me not believing in God or there being a one. But then upon further introspection, right? Like I was like, I gave it more thought, but then something sort of dawned upon me where I realized if you can replace God with something like a way of life, because often what religion tries to do is inculcate a way of life, and in it are certain ethics, and that makes sense, right? If you're not a disciplined surgeon, you're just a murderer, and if you're not an ethical computer scientist, you make Facebook. So there is a way to lie. So I think I think a better, and I sort of understood this Kural even further when I said, if you don't have a way of life, sometimes the knowledge is useless, or you can even abuse the knowledge for the bad of society. So when that dawned upon me, I sort of gained a certain amount of appreciation for this Kural. Adi, what about you? What is your understanding?
For me, I actually kind of agree with the Kural in a way where you really need to understand where you get your knowledge from, and like, how do I say it? There's this whole school of thought where if morals are passed on uh, through people, or if life has this code of conduct, like just like how you breathe as soon as you're born, there are things that you can or can't do that is already inbuilt within us. So I think this is the opposite context of opposite debate towards that, where we learn knowledge, but actually the thing is, it says the God is possessing the knowledge, the pure form of knowledge. So what if this pure form of knowledge is actually you and me? What if it is to denote just like the code of conduct of life? There's a reason that animals just don't haphazardly kill one another. There's the reason there's a code of conduct we can see in all life. What if this is actually talking about that?
Yeah. I think with that interpretation and ponder, we'd like to end this episode. Please share your thoughts, your interpretations with us on Instagram. We'd love to have you on board for this conversation. Thank you for listening, and as usual, Nandri.
Vanakkam.